welcome back to This Is OD.
Yes, sirski.
We are back here with the greatest podcast in the world. We're calling it already, but we're on season 2. This is episode. We'll let y'all decide what episode number that was.
Yeah, honestly, it's part of the mystery.
Exactly. But this is for sure season 2. How you feeling?
Hey man, it's good to be back. It's good to be alive. Have my health. You feel me? We got a good agenda here for y'all today. A very good agenda.
Indeed. But I think good question to ask again, just because, you know, people may be joining new and people may be trying to figure out what's going on. Maybe let's describe who we are and why this is here. But I am Dan, and so I'm the letter D, and this is OD. I was going to say something crazy about that, but no.
What are you going to say, bro?
Nah.
What are you going to say, bro?
I am the letter D, and this is OD. And I hail from the magnificent city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So shout out people from 215. the amazing city there. I highly recommend y'all to go there. It's very safe, very.
He's saying y'all love. He don't care about your lives.
Pull up to Kensington. They got a resort there that I love. Yo, I pull up to Kensington for
what kind of resort is it? Like all inclusive?
All inclusive, bro.
Fire.
All inclusive.
That's
sure,
fire.
All inclusive, bro.
I might have to slide. Bring the wife and kids. You feel me?
Hey, bro, bring them for real. They gotta be. Do y'all got your own needles? It's like.
Is that BY1?
Yeah, BY1, bro. But I'm dead. What happened? This is OD, one of the co-hosts.
I'm Othman. I'm the Owen. This is OD. You can also, my initials is OG, and I am an OG, so I really just spit a lot of wisdom on this podcast if you're not familiar with me already. But, I won't brag too much. I got to be humble.
Of course.
And
humble beast.
Yeah, humble beast. And here at This Is OD, we like to, share stories of the human experience, interview friends and family, and people that we think are interesting. And a lot of the time, they'll share stories about certain topics we have, and we'll have to, kind of rate it. And y'all can rate it too. This is why it's called This Is OD. See, the whole reason Dan brought in the Kensington thing is because, when you OD, God forbid, when you OD, it's like overdose. But in urban vernacular, yeah, when they be like, you're very articulate. Yes. And
you speak so good.
Yeah, in urban vernacular, when someone is doing a lot, they're bugging, or something is just like not at the level you could tolerate, you would be like, yo, that's OD. So give a small example.
I guess I can give an example. So, I was going to talk about my beef with delivery drivers and, how they, grease me all the time. But this is probably a better example. So let's say you and 3 friends go out, right? You order a glass of water.
Okay. I like where this is going.
Everybody else you order a glass of water and maybe like some bread. Everybody else orders they order like drinks and stuff.
Yo, I just don't mean to be nitpicky, but I don't think at least in the States, I don't think you really have to order water and bread. I think that's complimentary.
Not at all restaurants though. You've been to Chili's, they ain't never give you bread.
Oh shit, maybe I'm mistaken.
You've been so like think about, has Applebee's ever given you bread?
That's you know what? I stand corrected. Proceed.
Nah, but yeah, you ordered that, and then it's time to pay for the bill, and everybody's like, "Yo, we should just all split like 4 ways."
Fuck you, mean split 4 ways?
You're like, bro, I just got water and bread. I'm not splitting 4 ways, and they're all looking at you like, "No, you're bugging," and you're like, "I'm just not gonna pay that shit," and then you would bring up the question, is that OD for me not to pay even though I just got bread and water versus them getting a bunch of other stuff? But that's just an example. Maybe could be a better one, but we're going to probably have better ones throughout the show. So stay tuned. I actually just kind of gave away one of our questions, but it's fine. We're gonna go back to it and go more extensively in it.
Yeah, so think about that question though while we're going through this episode, because we want to hear if y'all think it's OD.
Exactly. You want to hear. And yeah, like we kind of just did, OD moments will occur throughout the show. And then we'll simply ask a question, is this OD? And we'll also probably do a poll and try to figure out like some of the main OD moments during the podcast, like which ones are actually truly OD versus which ones are not OD. So, because we want to learn about your experience, because we are all humans, and intellectually we have to make sure that experiences align with the rest of the galaxy. And
I was gonna tell y'all, like, y'all, we don't have video right now, but he had his bullshit face on. He had his bullshit face on.
Yeah, thanks.
I really hope like y'all start to, like, as you listen more to this podcast, I hope you guys are good at like catching on to our bullshit, like in our tone of voice. Like, I hope y'all get good at that, because me and Dan, we might be like Hall of Fame bullshitters. We might get
yeah, for sure.
Hall of Fame.
I got the badge.
I got
the badge for sure.
And it's equipped. It's equipped.
Sure. Always, bro. Always equipped, bro. Always equipped. But yeah, we do a lot of that. And then also, it'll be a lot of free-flowing conversation. I will also say, do not take everything for face value, okay? Sometimes we may say one thing, but then the next day we'll do our actions speak another thing, you know? So I will say,
that's called a hypocrite.
I think it just means you're just not as consistent all the time, you know?
Yeah, and I think that's a part of the human experience that you were talking about earlier.
Exactly. Actions don't always match up with words, is what I would say.
You know, sometimes that's okay.
Exactly. Sometimes that is fun. Sometimes you need people that are not consistent, you know? Like, sometimes you need someone that is going to show up a little late, but then they show up and they bring about 2 other people. You like, who are them? But then at the same time,
it's the baddies.
If it's the baddies, and you're like, hey. If it's the baddies, and you like, slide through. It's all good. That's when you got to do the handshake in front of
you make sure they see the handshake. You do a little.
Exactly.
You do a little glance.
Exactly. You do a little glance, see the handshake.
I'm crying.
Exactly. That's when also, when the baddies are there, it's a common rule amongst niggas to degrade your man.
Wait, okay. I got a question. This is the question I was thinking about. Actually, we'll go into that.
Topic.
Like,
yeah, so our topic today, we want to talk about basic or common questions that we see on Twitter, now named X, if you're listening in August or past. Hopefully it goes back to Twitter by the time people are listening, but it's named X for now. But basic things that we see on that website or in general on social media. You know, if you've been on social media for a long time, you probably can understand there's a lot of common questions and common stuff that people ask, especially in Black social media. That's what I'm also referring to. So we want to tackle those pressing issues on This Is OD, you know?
We're talking about the shit that actually matters, okay? The recycled questions on all the social media. And
exactly.
Is it OD to honestly like degrade your mans in front of the baddies? Like, it's like, yo, you start bringing up the money they owe you. Meanwhile, you also owe him another $20 as well. Y'all both owe each other money, but you know, this time you want to bring that up. It's like, oh, are those my pants you're rocking? Like, you start trying to make her laugh. Like, bro, relax.
Exactly. And you could also ask, like, yo, like, need the Wi-Fi or something. you just little things to just put yourself, that give yourself that extra edge. So when you're talking to the baddies, they can know who you are. You know what I mean? So talk about if This Is OD. We can talk about this OD. Do you have any maybe OD stories like of you doing that?
Oh, I got an OD story. Oh my gosh, I got an OD story. Nah, bro, you got. I won't say Broski's name on the pod because I don't know if he want to be on the pod, but he's my very good man's, and he has a history of doing just that to me. I think you know what I'm about to. I think you know what story I'm about to tell. So this is like in the early stages of college, there's this girl I was talking to. And we find a little shorty, you start talking a little bit, you wanna, hang out with them a little bit. You could do, I did a little classic like a library study date, calm thing, just to, spend time kicking.
I know it. I know exactly what you're talking about now.
Yeah, calm, a calm vibe, and kick it with her, get to know her, and still, do my academics. I'm here to, I'm here, like my parents were saying, I'm here for an education, not the bunda. So
exactly. We go to college for education, no bunda.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm talking to Shorty. We're vibing, having a good time, and then my man's comes to the market. Like, we were in the commons area, and my man, there's the market right across from like the little computer lab study space we was at. My man's is getting some protein shake or something at the market, and he turns around, he sees me, he says, "What's up?" He sees me, and then he sees the shorty I'm with. When you see the mandem when you're out, you feel me? Sometimes you're thinking, I'm gonna dap them up. It's gonna be a nice vibe, and then they'll be on their way. Brody, that was not on his agenda that day. He came, dap me up, set us up to the shorty I was with, and he spent some time there. He spent some time there, and I'm thinking like, okay, what does bro think is going on here? Like, I'll try to catch a little vibe, and then he's here. He's still my man, so I'm like, I'm not too concerned, like that he's there chatting. But then he starts to riz her up. He starts to riz her up in front of me, and I'm like, bro, what's going on?
That's crazy, low key, bro. Like, if that's really is an L man's, bro.
That's L man's, right? That's L man's.
It is.
That's L man's.
You can even make like a non-verbal to be like, bro, I'm saying right now, you can't like, and
yeah, and bro, literally, he start asking too many questions. He's like, he's talking about like, we got this little student center that we be at. He's like, yo, that student center is where you saw most of the peoples. You feel me? Yeah. Most of our friends. And he was like, yo, I never seen you there. And I'm like, bro, like, come on, bro. He's even using the regular. That's a line I feel like a lot of niggas use. And I'm like, bro, I'm seeing it out of page 1 in the playbook. And I'm like, all right, bro, this has to stop. So, I'm making some serious eye contact with him. Whatever, his food is ready and he's about to dip. And when he goes to get his food, I text him, I'm like, nigga, this is OD. Like, you're wildin'. Get on, bro. Like, keep it pushing. He peeps it, and then the next day, the thing is with him, bro, he's the kind of character where he's good. He's got Hall of Fame bullshitter too. He's good at this weaponized incompetence thing, man. He's good at that, man. So it's hard to tell if he actually don't know what he's doing or he knows what he's doing. But like, once you get to know him, like the same way you'll get to know us, you'll see when we bullshit and just chat and shit when we're dead ass. Mm-hmm. But I guess you can see that's why we're friends. That's why he's he's part of the gang.
Facts.
Yeah, but is that OD?
No, for sure that's OD, bro. You can't. That's like, come on, man. Like you gotta read the room, bro. You gotta read the vibe, read the situation. He didn't read the situation. Once you read the situation initially, when you know what I'm saying, like when he saw you out with the girl, he should have been like, it should have been like a "what's up" and then he goes his way.
No, because I feel like we've all been in that situation. All you say is "what's up" to the mans. If you have manners, you'll say "what's up" to the shorty too, and then you'll be on your way.
Exactly. So yeah, I definitely think that's an OD moment. I mean, audience, also let us know. We're gonna probably post that one as well. Like, is this an OD moment? Is he an L man's? Probably a question.
Yeah,
L man's
or not? Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not a W. It's definitely not a W man's.
Definitely not a W.
Maybe I'll give him the draw, like a tie, because I had to really lock in after that. Like, you feel me? like I had to really tie it up. So maybe he gave me that motivation. You feel me? He gave me that drive.
Nah, facts. He pushed you to
exceed. Yeah.
To work. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I feel iron sharpens iron, Just in competition, you go a little bit harder,
Oh, my God.
That makes sense. But I think we can start off with the topic and one of the questions that I had.
Yeah, go ahead.
So let's start off with this question. So, do you think $300 is too much for a first date?
And if you're broke, please do not answer this, okay?
He could be like, what? Why we even talk about 300? What? He said 50 is too much.
Niggas, bro. Some niggas, bro, that will not or just not throw up bread. But
Nah,
if
facts.
like see their perspective though, it's like, why should I have to throw bread? Like, what's the reason? Why can't we just sit on a bench in a park, take no bread?
Exactly. I'm not gonna lie. This is maybe not even that controversial. I was gonna say some niggas that don't be spending bread, they be having fair points. I mean, they always say a broken clock is right twice a day, whatever. But I mean, hey, some niggas be having fair points, man. Like, they be saying stuff that I'm just like, you know what? That kind of does make sense. But then I'm like, I know it's probably frowned upon still, but it does make a little bit of sense.
It does make sense, but I also feel like it depends on the person you're dealing with, and then a first date. I don't know, because you do have to make a good impression, but it's like what people be saying. Don't introduce me to a vibe you can't keep.
That's good. That's a line though. That's a line though. Don't introduce someone to a vibe you cannot keep.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. If the nigga's gonna introduce you to like the picnic bench vibe or roll up in the whip vibe, I feel like that's an easy vibe to keep. So you know what you expected. You feel me?
It is, and I would say, I personally think 300 is too much for a first date, man. Like, unless you got it like that though. Like, if you're like, let's say you're like, but if you're super rich and you can afford 300 and 300 is 100 to you, then you can do that.
He said, by all means.
It really, like 300 though, bro. 300, man. Like, what are we doing for 300? I'm not gonna lie. I guess I'm gonna expose myself a little bit.
Go ahead.
I'll expose myself a little bit. I remember I was trying to plan this bowling date with this thing, and initially I was all down. I was like, yeah, we could just go bowling. It's gonna be chilling. Like, it's cool. Yeah, it's gonna be cool. Like, it's gonna be fine. Like, it's gonna be chilling. But then I looked at the price. And I texted her like, I was like, yo, we not bowling. Yo, it's cool. I was like, we could do something else, because it was like the price turned out to be like $212, and I'm like, bro, we're just fucking bowling, bro.
Damn,
it's $212 for bowl, bro.
$212.
Yes, bro. But you want to know the craziest thing about this? So we ended up going to this like little like fake, like, it's not like an arcade. It's one of those places that, like, I guess it's low key meant for like people to meet up. It's not like a Dave and Buster's kind of thing. I'm trying to think. It kind of is like it. It's a bunch of like kind of games around, but there is like you could bowl and stuff. And
so a fufu Dave and Buster's.
Like, yeah, a little, yeah. It's definitely a little fufu, bro. But it was, yo, low key, it definitely was. Yeah, it definitely was. But yeah, when we went and like we was ordering food and shit, she ordered some like
she ordered the lobster.
Bro, she dead ass. She ordered like she ordered some sandwich. I think some like lamb sandwich or some shit, and then like some fucking, was it clams? I don't remember. I think it was clams. But I was like, in my head I'm like, oh, it's probably chilling. It's probably not that much.
Nah, you're bugging. Good. That shit is bread,
bro. I looked at the receipt.
Talk to me.
Bro, I looked at the receipt. I'm like, that was the first moment I ever had when I was like, bro, like, she's bugging.
Did you say, yo, you said I have Venmo, Cash App, Zelle, PayPal.
In my head, I'm like, low key, like, I should tell her, like, yo, you might have to swim me some bread. Like, this is OD, shorty. Like, this shit is kind of OD. The bill ended up being, I think, like $170. But is it OD for shorty to run up the bill on you, even though, like, I mean, it was like a second date, but it was like,
damn, wait,
is that OD still?
I think, yeah, second date. Yeah, no, a second date is foul. I feel like that's definitely something you do, like a celebratory, like an occasion. You feel me?
Exactly.
But
yeah,
how much did she run it up the first date? I wish she has a formula. Like, she's like, when I go on dates with niggas, each time I go on a date, I up it by 10%. I up it by 10%.
She might have had a formula. And like, one thing y'all learn about me is one thing. I'm like, yo, I'm not trying to get finesse, bro. Like, I will do whatever in my power to not get finesse, bro. But sometimes you be in situations where you're like, game is game. Game is game. But I just gotta respect it. Yeah. Hey, you gotta respect it.
I'm crying.
But yeah, the first day, I think it wasn't too much. It was maybe like, because we went to some restaurant. It was like, I thinking like 60 or 70. I want to say 60 or 70. I want to say, but yeah, the second one. Maybe look. I know I'm gonna get comments like, "Yo, Dan, you're spending 170 on the shorty or the second." You're bugging, bro. Look at this simp ass nigga, man. Look at how you moving. My response to y'all, SMD.
I was gonna say, that's a good response.
Game is game, bro. Game is game, bro.
I'm crying, bro. I'm fucking crying. Yo, you read my mind. I knew you was gonna say SMD.
Easily, bro. Whatever you just like, bro. Nah, SMD, bro. SMD.
No, I mean, why is niggas trying to pocket watch anyway, man?
Exactly. Nah, that ass niggas definitely be pocket watching, bro.
You a grown ass man, bro. You a grown ass man worried about me? I don't know, man.
Exactly. My man's asked me like how much I make. I was like, bro, you're not dead ass asking me how much I make. Like, I'm not gonna just tell you this, bro. Like, I'm not gonna give you a hint either. So it's like,
he said, can we play a hot code? Like, I guess you say I'm warmer.
I'm like, bro, like, this is the information that you need. Like, I'll be thinking like, if you do need to know this information, no, then I'm not telling you it.
What about like you said, iron sharpens iron? What if he hears like how much you make and he's like, hey man, I gotta lock in. Like, I'm gonna change my life. You feel me?
Hey, look, that
got him.
Somewhat of a fair.
Got his ass.
That's somewhat of a fair point, but still, man, like, you're not finna know how much I make, cause then once people know how much you make, they'll be like, "Yo, damn, you got me, bro," or like, yo.
"Oh yeah, okay."
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, okay, it becomes it's a weapon, bro. What if they're too lit and they around the, you know what I'm saying? Like, man over here, big.
Yo, nah, that's an L man's too, bro. That's also an L man's.
Exactly.
Yeah, bro. Don't even. That just gave me the ick.
Yeah, exactly, bro. I couldn't do that. But yeah. So you think $300 is too much?
Hell yeah. $300 for a first date, bro, is OD. It's absolute OD, bro. What? You could do a lot of shit, like, bro. You could do a lot of shit. You could get creative, bro. Everybody, like, there's TikTok now, bro. Nigga just go on TikTok and get an idea. Like, you don't even gotta be original, bro.
Bro. You really do not have to be original these days. Like, you deadass can just copy what people.
Yeah, I mean, you just like you see all the people that copy me and Dan. Like, come on, we're the formula, bro.
Hella people that copy us, bro. Like, bro, I'm about to be on my soldier board. We was the first. We was the first to do a lot of stuff, bro. Like, we regard ourselves as highly influential people, and even though you may not realize it yet, you're probably doing something. Like, I low-key, do-rags were not popular in 2017. I was wearing do-rags getting slandered, bro.
He was.
In college, bro, I was wearing do-rags getting slandered, being called ER. But still getting slandered, like, yo, why you wearing a do-rag? And I'm like, yo, it's my style, bro. It's my flow. All of a sudden, everybody want to wear these velvets, the designer Deweys. The designer Deweys. I'm like, man.
Fake ass designer Deweys, bro.
right.
I'm on you.
Fake Louis.
Got
Fake
that on,
Bape.
Got that on Canal Street. Fuck out of here.
Right. Wearing all that fake stuff, man. But yeah, man. Highly influential people, man.
Yeah, some would say we're pioneers almost. I don't know. It's for y'all to decide.
Yeah, we'll let the people decide. Let y'all figure that out. But yeah, I think we'll agree that 300 is OD, man. Like, 300 is definitely OD. Like, we could do a whole lot of different stuff for 300.
I feel like you could.
That's maybe like an end of. Go ahead.
That's 3 dates. 3 dates.
Low key, just gotta be creative. That's not even creative. You could $100 a date is actually pretty decent. Yeah. 2
people. I feel like you could make shit shake with the $100 for a date.
Exactly. I think we should go next question.
Yeah, next question.
Okay, next question. If you go to dinner with your girl and her friend, do you have to pay for the friend's meal as well?
I will say this. It depends on the situation, but I feel like 90% of the time, it's a no. 90, maybe more, 95% of the time, it's a no. Because if you're going out, shorty and her friends, like, why are you paying? Like, did they not both bring their wallet? What's going on? Why is she assuming that I would ever pay for that? This is a meal with your friend.
But don't you think as a man that you with the money, you should be able, why can't you pay for both? Like, you're supposed to be the man with the money. Shouldn't you be able to pay both?
Hey, man, I'm all for equality and equity. So, hence why I feel like everyone should get the tab. Like, this is a group meal, bro. This is not even like a Anyway, like, I feel like, why don't you bring a man? Where's your man at? Like, make it a double date. What the fuck going on? Are you a mooch?
Yeah, it is a bit bizarre that you're expecting. Like, I'm not your man. It's not in the contract obligation. And contractually, when you look at the contract, unless it was outlined like, yo, I'm gonna pay for your friend's meal as well, I think she shouldn't expect you to pay for that.
Yeah.
Like, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely not. I think
shouldn't expect that, man.
I think that is OD. Honestly, I feel like that's a little, like, ungrateful, actually. Like, why? At that point, bro, just have the meal with my shorty. Don't invite me. And I would tell my shorty next time, like, don't invite me. Like, yo, are we about to go to dinner with that friend that be expecting me to pay again? No, absolutely not. I'm not going.
Yeah. Low key, and even, like, the shorty, like, you can't just allow your friend to be like, yo, like, you're not gonna pay for me?
Yeah, you gotta check them, low key.
Yeah, you low key gotta be like, what you mean? Like, they don't get checked, then it's like,
we just know you're not the leader of the friend group. That's all I'm gonna say. We just know you're not the leader of the friend group.
Yeah. We know you don't have enough power to make that decision.
Yeah, I mean, no shame. I mean, everybody plays their role. We got the store runners. You probably go to the store, grab the blunts. Like, there's no shame in that. It's ecosystem. It needs balance. Right. And not everybody could be the group leader.
That's true. The group leader definitely is a heavy role. But if that's not your role, then, I mean, it is what it is. But, like, just know we're not paying for your friend. That's not paying for your friend. But to play devil's advocate, though,
I would like to hear that. Yes.
What if, like, you're balling a little bit? Let's say you feeling nice. You're not on your frugal type time this time.
All right, okay.
So you're wondering, like, yo, should I, like, and your friend also knows, like, maybe it's a promotion dinner and, like, she's just there, and it's like, honestly, what do you think?
Who got promoted?
You got promoted. So then you went out with your girl, but then, like, she said her friend just wants to pull up.
So I got promoted. Why is my girl not paying for my dinner and her friend's dinner?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I guess to the audience, throwing it back at y'all, do you think maybe the girl should pay for her friend as well instead of expecting her man to pay for it?
Yeah, I feel like that's an interesting take because honestly, if it's that promotion dinner situation and your girl doesn't decide to pay for it, you pay for it, you pay for her stuff, and then friend pays for her own stuff, I don't think it'll be that big of a deal. There's not that much of an expectation.
Yeah.
It would be nice, but I feel like the same way I was like, it would be nice if your shorty was able to do that, but it's not that deep if she doesn't. I feel like I should go the other way around. Like, it would be nice if this nigga pay for everybody's meal, but don't expect it.
Yeah. I feel like the main gripe is expectation.
You should have no expectations. You're just setting yourself up to get disappointed, man. Real quick, I want a sidebar. Just so you know, we have this thing called the last take of the day at the very end of the episode. And how it really goes is there's one thing that me and Dan or whichever guest is on the episode at the time, once we're done with the episode, we want to see and give some knowledge out. And if there's one thing we want the listeners to take away from the show, you'll hear it in the last take of the day. So it could have something to do with lessons learned throughout the episode, or it could just be like something random that we just learned about throughout the week. It doesn't matter, but it should be the one thing you take away from if you forget the entirety of the show. So some contenders I was thinking about so far are iron sharpens iron. And then that last shit I just said about expectations and disappointment. Those are more on the serious side, but you got some lightheartedness to it. We really don't give a fuck. It's just like the last thing we want you to take away.
Yeah. So like it could literally even be something that you didn't even mention. You could just be like, I want you to take this away though.
And we might shock you guys. That's why this is a mystery podcast.
It is. We didn't give our hint on why I guess what happened in
season one.
Season 1 should be up and y'all should be able to listen to it. But if you're not able to, we didn't explain why. I mean, and we've been explaining it in episodes, plural.
They're like, this nigga don't know how many episodes they made.
They're like, yo, how you confused about how many episodes your pod is? Like, what?
It's because we make so many. But anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So much. We do a lot. But yeah, last take a day is definitely something that y'all should. I think y'all should, honestly, y'all need to start doing your homework. Do your
homework because it hit different. Because it hit different.
Yo. For those who don't get the reference, yo, there's somebody, his name is like FYBJ made. I be seeing him on TikTok, YouTube. He's
a social media implant, I feel like. Like, yo, he just came out of nowhere, but he be spending some shit. So do your homework on FYBJ, man, and do your homework on why it's important to stay to the end of the episode to hear the last take of the day and get the mystery because they all hit different.
Facts. Do your homework on season 1 and This Is OD.
You gotta do your homework and then you understand why the episodes are the way they are. And you will understand, oh, this is the hit. and you'll understand why it's a mystery. Do y'all over.
Exactly.
I feel like, is that a good piece to leave them with, or you want to give them a little more breadcrumbs?
We could sprinkle a little bit more as it goes on.
Y'all lucky. Dan is he's feeling nice today.
I'm a little generous today, but yeah, we can sprinkle some. But yeah, I think we both agree that they're probably bugging. Let's see, what's in the next question? I like this question. It's kind of related to what we talked about earlier. If we all bought something at a restaurant, do we have to split the bill equally? I know we've all been maybe to birthday dinners. If you haven't been to a birthday dinner, I apologize, but I would invite you to maybe mine's, but I don't know you, so you feel me? So I'm not going to invite you. But I would say if you haven't been to maybe a large dinner.
That was kind of rude.
If you've been to a large dinner, we all know the big question is, so how are we splitting the bill? You know, the waiter's going to walk over. So do you want to do this together or separate? And if they say we can't do it separate, you know it's about to be a bad job, because that's when, first off, someone got to put up bread for the initial full cost. And then the next one, you got to decide how you split it up. And that's when.
Oh, it's like there's so many like factors to this. It's like sometimes they'll be like, they can't split it. Or sometimes they'll be like, all right, I can only split it X amount of ways. And then everybody doesn't have like the same cash sending applications, because they got to send it to whoever's going to put the card down. And then you got all the people that fake don't want to put the card down because shit, I don't got no bread in my account. I don't even know. I ordered bread and water. And then you got the fiends who got no bread in their account, but they ordered steak and lobster because they knew the bill was going to get split. So they said shit.
They knew this chaos was going to happen, and they were going to take advantage of it by simply being the person that starts the chaos by saying, hey, I only ordered this. I ain't paying that, bro.
Yo, streets are saying that's why a lot of girls don't come back friends in Miami. Once they get to spilling the bill or fucking the Airbnb hotel situation. Man, people be going down to Miami unprepared, man.
People definitely go to Miami unprepared. They're not fully understanding that you're going to Miami, bro. Like, it costs mad bread. Mind you, I've never been to Miami, but I'm just talking shit. You know it's a lot of bread. It's Miami. Like,
bro, I've been to Miami like 2 or 3 times. That shit, bro, you land $100 is leaving your pocket, bro. Like, it's insane. At least as a dude, bro. That's the thing, though. Like, it's different. For as a dude, I feel like, for the most part, you're going to need some bread when you go to Miami. But as a woman, I feel like you could coast with like $200 for the week.
That's great. For the week, bro. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah. But I mean, like, I feel like anybody could do it right but it depends on what kind of experience you want to have. You feel me?
Yeah, exactly. Like, if you're trying to be like with the ballers, then you probably can't coast with 200, man.
Baller shot collars.
Yeah. If you're trying to be one of those people that got hella bread, doing lots of stuff, then nah, you probably can't do that. But
you can go to the beach.
Yeah, you could go to the beach. You could be those people making your fake YouTube or fake like little TikTok, just asking people questions or the strip.
that should be entertaining though.
Not low key, it does. I know people be like, oh, I've definitely been approached multiple times, like in different situations, to like be a part of those little like TikToks or YouTubes.
But really?
I swerved them, bro.
Why you swerved them? Oh, he's scary, He's scary.
Hey, I remember actually was when back in college, I was like walking like downtown, and these group of, at first I was like, I've never seen I'm not gonna say I've never seen a group of Negroes at our college, because we went to a PWI.
Yeah, we went to the Pennsylvania State University.
Yeah, the Penn State University, and you usually don't see just a random group of black people that like you've never seen before. For the most part, you probably like encountered one or a few of them, but like it was a group of black people I just never knew, and I was like, maybe they're just like, I was my senior year, I was like, maybe they're just probably freshmen. I was like, I don't know them.
That's so wild. Was it a weekend? Because sometimes people be visiting.
It was actually in the summer on some random shit. Like, I was just downtown walking.
Oh shit!
And on some just random shit, they approached me and they was like, yo, like, they asked me some question to be a part of the video, and like I just kept walking, and I was like, nah, bro, I'm not doing that shit, bro. It's cool.
Why, you have a problem with black people, bro?
Yeah, I got a problem with you people, man. That's like, you people, man. Y'all always with y'all hip hop.
Y'all questions on the strip.
Right. Right. Y'all, I'm about to say some fried chicken, but nah. I usually just swerve those. One day I'm just going to do it and watch. It's going to be the one time to be like, it's not my fear to be on the TikTok of people.
Niggas start cooking you. Yo, niggas in TikTok comments are so mean. Bro, TikTok comments are probably the best comment section in like all the social media. I think Twitter's close. But like TikTok, they be wilding on there sometimes, and they do it without like pictures and stuff. So I feel like it hit different.
Oh, bro, it different.
Do your homework on why TikTok comments hit more different than Twitter comments.
Facts, yeah, I agree. But yeah, I think, what was the original point? We were talking about buying something.
A little tangent. Yeah, splitting the bill.
Low key, I do have a story. I think when I was in Italy, I was the only black person on my study abroad trip. And the rest was white, but there was one Latina girl. Yeah, I think it was two Latinas. The rest is white, me black.
How many people were on the trip in total? You know the number?
It was like 14, I think.
Oh, okay.
I think it was 14.
All right, cool.
It was a pretty decent size. It was 14 people, and we went to some like pizzeria. Sometimes we go as a group with each other to like some restaurants, and it would always be an issue because they don't split bills like separately in Italy, for those that don't know, for you uncultured motherfuckers.
He said,
you broke niggas.
Oh, fucking cool.
Those that don't know, yeah.
He said, word, you don't know what that is? I got a question for the audience. Is it OD for him to say that?
That's a good question. I feel like, I don't know. It's up to y'all if y'all think that was OD. If the shoe fit, then maybe.
He said, look internally, nigga.
And look at yourself in the mirror, and if you think that I'm talking about you, then hey, man, game is game, bro. Game is game.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, it'd always be an issue when we be at restaurants because, like, we wouldn't be able to just split it. And then, like, people be pulling out the calculators. People would be, like, trying to, like, understand, like, yo, like, it would be dead-ass people, like, designated, like, bill splitters. You know? Like, we had designated people for splitting bills, so it would always be an issue. I don't think I ever had a time where I was like, I don't know if I get paid this. Low key, some of those restaurants, I'd be like, I don't know, like this price is a little bit OD, man. Like, as the only black person on the trip, I can't be like play the broke black nigga trope. You know what I mean?
Oh, of course he doesn't have any money.
Exactly. They're like, Dan, can you afford this?
Niggas talk about
your pockets.
Oh my gosh, bro! Like, did you get on this trip on financial aid? Like, nigga, everybody uses financial aid. Yeah.
Right. But nah, one thing I will say for those that, if you've never been like on a trip with like hella just white people, you realize like with people that have a lot of money and they got European backgrounds, you know what I mean? For those kind of people, they have money that they could just wipe their nose with. You know? So it's never a competition for those out there that have to live more frugally. It's never a competition, man.
I think that's nice to say, but also look internally.
Definitely still got to look in the mirror though. But yeah, I feel like did we address the question? Like, yo, did we split the bill equally?
Oh yeah. We're just checking all the rules and certain situations that could happen with that. But honestly, I feel like, yeah, split the bill as often as you can. I think the easiest way is like equally. So, but also sometimes this takes teamwork. You guys got to go in, depending on the situation, go in being like, all right, how do you want to split the bill? I feel like somebody's got to like, if you're really smart about things, somebody got to make that decision. Put your pride aside and be like, all right, like before we get in. And I feel like not put them on some game. You feel me? You can even make it like a joke. You feel me? Like, we just gave you some shit right now. Bring that question up. Like, hey, is it OD? You see, slide that in and you good, bro. Then you know the situation. So if your pockets is hurting, bro, then be like, yo, honestly, I don't want to split the bill.
Yo, you got to stand up. You got to back the table and be like, honestly, I'm not splitting this bill.
Hey, what are they going to do, bro? Force your hand? I don't have any cash on me.
Exactly. Don't be afraid to be that guy because at the end of the day, you don't want to be that guy. That's a quote, man.
It hit different, bro. But there are like, I don't know. There are situations where sometimes you might end up paying more. And also, I think it's like these people are very important. Those that collect all the Venmos. Like, you know what someone did for me the other day, bro? I went to like a nice little like vibey dinner with a bunch of like friends from work and other companies. And I covered the bill. And then everyone was like, yo, like, just send us like your Venmo or whatever. And then like collect it. But I was a little busy and I never like followed up with it. Tell me why. I don't know. I was so surprised. I was like, bro, this dude has like hella manners. He hit me up and was like, bro, you didn't collect the Venmo. So just let me know like how much I owe you and send the bill. And I was like, damn, like you're actually real for that because a couple of days already passed. Nobody spoke in the group chat. And he reached out to me on the side and he's like, honestly, man, like I've like covered the bill multiple times too. So he's someone who's been through the trenches, you feel me? I feel like he's a restaurant bill splitting vet. He really took it upon himself to come out of his way and remind me. Then I sent him the stuff and then we proceeded. I feel like that's a good stat. That's a good trait to have.
Nah, facts. It's a W, man. That's definitely someone who understands the situation. Especially like he's like, yo, I've been in that seat before, and I know how it feels if people not like swing the bread. You don't want to press it because you know what I mean. It's like it's cool, but it's not cool at the same time.
Fendi. For those of you that don't know, Fendi is like facts. I feel like sometimes my urban vernacular confuses people. So
I feel like I saw some like tweet from Rap House TV where they use like three different lingo. They said this joint busting on bro, and then it was like, bro, that's like that's like, bro, that's three different like vibes you just put in that sentence, bro.
That John busting on bro. Oh my goodness, that sounds disgusting to the ears.
It does.
Like
it does.
I feel like that's just if you know, you know. It just sounds bad.
It sounds terrible, and the quotes are just saying like. I feel like maybe if you've heard the other episodes, we've discussed Rap House TV and the trinity of misinformation.
Yeah, the trinity of misinformation is jokes.
The trinity of misinformation on Twitter. But
jeez, they poisoned the community. That I remember I was saying that's the the new version of crack in the black community. You feel me? Like misinformation.
There's a lot of misinformation out there. Like people, you really gotta check your facts, trust your T's on everything, like before you just start talking, because
you gotta do your homework, man. You gotta do your homework.
Real. Y'all gotta do your homework. Y'all got to. Y'all can't just be saying shit, man. You gotta do your homework. Like,
yeah, otherwise you'll get got, man. But then you'll learn your lesson. Just don't let it happen again.
Exactly. Game is game, bro. Game is game.
Niggas probably think we talking like hella catchphrases.
Right. They probably like, yo, how is game, bro? What do you mean, bro? Like, can you elaborate? I'm like, nah, you just gotta catch my drift. You feel me?
Yeah.
Nah, but I think the last question I had on here, I mean, I feel like since we still don't really apply to this right now.
Fendi.
Will you split bills 50-50?
There's a lot of money cut. Financial literacy with This Is OD.
Will you split bills 50-50?
Y'all just gotta know who y'all dealing with. Like some people, they need like the bills getting paid. Like they need the bills to get paid. And you see those rent is due tweets like, I thought men used to be providers. Like, once it come around the 31st, 30th of the month, getting close to rent.
All they want to do is just talk.
Brothers, rent is due. So, if my best advice to that is just don't, like, hook up with someone who needs their rent due. Like, who needs their bills paid. Honestly, I feel like it's easy. Not everybody's there asking for their bills to get paid.
What was that quote you said earlier? Something about don't give them a vibe.
Yeah, don't give them a vibe you can't keep. Like, bro, at that point, bro, put a down payment on a crib, a nice little multiplex, rent that shit out, because you're going to be paying your rent and her rent. I'm assuming y'all not living together. Like, that's even more wild. Like, I feel like it makes more sense if you live together.
That's super nutty.
Like, if you're a sugar daddy, go ahead, bro, you got that. If you're a sugar mama, go ahead, you got it. Honestly, that would be so lit. Like, bro, a sugar mama just like paying her.
Bro, I was gonna say that's a part of okay. So this is my solution to the situation. I need to make sure that my girl is making way more money than me, bro. I need to make sure that it's not gonna be 50-50. It's gonna be 70-30. I'm giving it 30. She got the 70.
Oh,
you feel me?
Is that OD gang?
Yeah. Is it OD for? I mean, that's another question I was gonna say for your girl to make more money you, bro.
Bro, honestly, bro. I would love that, bro. What? That would be so lit. Like,
what if she starts like, but what if like it becomes an issue between you and your male superiority complex, bro?
Lucky for you, I don't have one. Yeah, it's like that. Bro, honestly, some people, but the thing is, what if you make like hella bread and she makes hella bread? So the difference is honestly uncomparable. When she's making 30 million, you're making 25 million. Like, yeah, okay, she makes more money than me.
What if she makes 30 million, you make just 500K?
I mean, me personally, I'm cool with it. But you know what? I'm gonna be even extra, bro. Say I got married, she makes 2 million, I make 500K. Or wait, 200 million, I make 500K. I'm gonna bring up the prenup.
You're gonna
I'm gonna bring up the prenup. Like, yo, you want this prenup? Like, just cause I feel like that just says something. Like, it's cool.
It does say something.
It's like it's cool.
You're a better man than me.
Oh, bro.
So is it OD to, let's say, you make significantly more money than your significant other for you to not want to sign the prenup if you're the one who makes less?
So the person that is making less doesn't want to sign the prenup?
Yeah.
Bro, it's dead. What? It's dead. Sorry. What, this is the power of love? Like, bro, come on.
Look, I think it always depends on people's relationship. Like, I feel like too often, like, this is Dan's real talk, too often we see on social media, they want you to compare your relationship with someone else. Nobody really, like, y'all live your own different lives and someone else. Like, don't be trying to compare. Comparison is the thief of joy. So that could take away the joy from your mustard.
He did his homework today. He did his homework, yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing my homework. So just focus on you. And if y'all do 50-50, that's on y'all. But for me, I'm doing 70-30.
Talk to 70-30 or nothing. Fuck out of here. You already know the audience like, yo, this nigga's a bum ass nigga.
Yeah. Facts. I'm definitely gonna get some comments. That's how you move, bro.
Yo, but listen, at the end of the day, y'all still gonna be splitting 50-50 and Dan got a 70-30, so who wins?
Like, who's winning, bro? Who's winning? Yeah, you got your little moral award, but I got the I got the brand.
Yo, moral award is fucking jokes.
Yeah, exactly. I need to be Oprah, man. Like,
oh my days, bro.
Oh, low key, we have given him a lot of good tips and a lot of great things.
Yeah,
a lot of great things we've said, I guess. Do you have anything first up that you just want to get off your chest in terms of
anything that I want to get off my chest? Yes.
Maybe it could be related to social media. Maybe like some questions you see that just like, yo, I need to address this right now. This is the platform.
Okay, I need to address. Y'all remember the Groovin Gorilla, the strong dude? I think, where is he from? Is he Nigerian or Jamaican?
I know both people from those countries, like, bro.
They was not trying to claim him.
Correct. They're like, yo, you gotta be correct, yo. I feel like he is Nigerian, though. I think Nigerian.
Yeah, I gotta do something about that. But anyway, I feel like people were like shitting on him on social media for mad long. And the Groovin Gorilla, if you don't know, is this really strong, buff dude, and he makes like really interesting dance videos, and he'll like eat food. I'm not gonna say obnoxiously. I didn't want to add to the people shitting on him. I feel like he suffered enough, but he said fuck his feelings.
Have some couth, man.
Yeah, at the end of the day, yeah, not that. Have some couth. That is OD. Him doing all that in the spot, bro. Like, I feel like it's also a bad look for our people. Respectfully, it's like, bro, I think he got like banned from some of his social media platforms at one point. And people were like, damn, bro, he was just trying to get a bag, like, and y'all was hating on him, like, because people would go out and report him, too, because they just, like, hated that shit so much. Yeah. And I'm wondering, like, is it OD for him to get banned because of people? Where it's like, bro, we just not trying to see that, so we're going to ban you.
I think it's OD, because, like, I mean, at the end of the day, like, it depends. For me, when I go down my process of, like, okay, if this matters to me, it's like, okay, am I actually, like, being affected by it? Can I just ignore it? Probably just ignore the videos when I see it on the TL. There is an audience out there that obviously likes what he's doing. He's getting somewhat compensated for it, hopefully.
Imagine doing that for free. Oh my days.
Nah, man. Doing that for the free ski, bro. You gotta sit down and look at yourself in the mirror, man. Like, just
like, what am I doing right now for real?
Exactly. I feel like more than just you, the people around you, if they're allowing you to just continuously do that, knowing that you're doing it for the free ski, that to me is more on the people around them. That they allowing that.
Yeah, it speaks more about them than it does about him. We dropped like hella keys today. Damn, we got hella like last takes. We told y'all gonna learn something when you tap into This Is OD. We told y'all this. I feel like these are lessons just people need to hear. It might have been a while for you to like get a reminder of that. So,
but yeah, that's my take on Groovin Gorilla. What do you personally think about him?
I mean,
about the situation.
I feel bad that he got hate, but like also, nigga, you were annoying as hell. But also, I feel like it's two sides to the coin. But it was like, yeah, like at the end of the day, I could just ignore it. So it wasn't like I was never going out of my way to report him or comment on it. I would just see it, I wouldn't like it, and I would just move on. Like, I don't need to waste my brain power on that.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. I feel like also with social media, it gives us like, it makes people feel too entitled to some people's lives and entitled to make real decisions on what they're doing. And it's like, you literally just log onto your phone and can type some bullshit.
Yeah, like if you're literally losing an argument and the guy has a black profile, like a black person has a profile pic, look, you just start NIGG and then you just keep going. Like no consequences a lot of the time. But it'd be funny when like people be getting doxxed, fired from their jobs. Like it'd be crazy stuff. I'd be like, damn, I would hate for that to be me.
That's not gonna be us. That's insane to let that like really affect
your livelihood, bro. Livelihood.
Hey, really, for real. Cause social media, tip for y'all, it's not real, man. Like y'all know the Bow Wow challenge from like a long time ago, where he was like, he faked like he was on like a private jet, but it was just like a toy jet that he just took on Instagram and was like, and made it look like it was real. That is literally what you can do on social media. You can just make a personality that's not true, and we'll eat it up because they don't know you, and it's just not real, bro. It's not the truth. It's not. You're not entitled to do anything on social media, is what I'm saying. That's my take for y'all, man. You're not entitled to show your life, man. You show them what you want to show them.
That's a very good take, man. Take that to heart, y'all. Because Danny G just said some shit, man. Y'all. He saved y'all for real. I think I agree, man. Like, I feel like if you're friends of me and Dan, we lie on social media all the time. We love capping on the gram, bro. It's a funny pastime.
Definitely extremely funny. But would you say it's time for last take?
Yeah, I think my last take of the day. I'm gonna try real quick. I think that my last take of the day, I'm not gonna drag it on too long, but I'd say this is OD specific, because we're about to provide like a listening experience like no other. Just do your homework, because as you can see, we've been dropping breadcrumbs all throughout these episodes. And like I would like to reiterate, this is a mystery podcast. Comedy, of course, as well. But you're really going to get to know us and the guests that come on our show and hopefully solve the big mystery that we want you to learn. And it's not going to be no anime shit like The Power of Friendship. It's going to be something sillier. It's like that. But yeah, just do your homework, man. Do your homework.
Do your homework on him saying do your homework on This Is OD.
And really break that down for a second, though. No funny shit. Break what Dan just said down right there.
Break it down, bro. I think for me, that quote of, I'm trying to get the exact thing you said. Don't
introduce me to a vibe you can't maintain or you can't keep, yeah.
Don't introduce people to a vibe you can't maintain. This could go for relationships. It could go for yourself. I mean, I guess you can introduce yourself to a vibe you can't maintain. Just like
nah. Think about it. Just don't be a fraud. I feel like that's what it means. Just don't be a fraud.
No key. I mean, but you can go on like do a vibe that like you can maintain that one time.
Maintaining one time, I feel like that's a little contradictory.
You can maintain the vibe once, but then it's like, I can't really do that during tomorrow, bro. It's not possible.
Nah, I'd be like that. You got the Gatorade meter on, like.
Yeah, you can't really do the same vibe. So yeah, I say don't
introduce me to a vibe you can't keep.
Exactly. Don't introduce me to a vibe you can't keep. I mean, it will save you a lot of issues, a lot of hassle. And then I actually had another last take.
Yeah, go ahead. Surprise. They didn't know. They thought you can only have one last take. Look at you. Goofy.
Yeah, exactly. And this one actually was not even going to be totally related to like what we've been talking about. It was actually going to be about music, man. I'm not going to lie. I feel like music we've been listening to recently, like in terms of like American hip hop, has been very much like the same. It's going to be a little bit controversial. I think the top people like UK, like rap wise, they make good music and it's fun, bro. Like
Dave.
Hip hop here, this shit is not fun, bro. Like the hip hop here is not fun.
I agree. It's not fun.
It's a lot of trap. I mean, trap is fine, but it's a lot of just like, you got to know what I mean. Like, I feel like the popular should be like,
there's no flavor anymore.
There's no diversified like sound. I mean, lyrics wise, it can always be the same subject matter for the most part. Like, if you go back to the past.
Shout out Young Nudie, man. He talk about the same shit all the time, but his shit is still fire.
Nah, it's facts. We got to get back to making fun music, man. Music ain't fun right now. It just sounds like the same watered down bullshit. It's like, you know what I mean? Maybe This Is OD changes that.
We're a music podcast too? Question mark.
Yeah, we're a mystery podcast, so maybe. But no, we could be.
You did say you were going to drop a breadcrumb later in the episode. There you go, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in today at This Is OD. Here with your hosts, Othman and Dan. Are we signing up? Any last thing?
Last thing, hey, if y'all listen on Spotify, give us 5 stars. And if y'all listen on Apple Music, give us 5 stars. And be sure to follow our page, This Is OD Podcast, on Instagram. And yeah, I think This Is OD is out.
Peace.